Hey guys, Ashley Elizabeth here with AEHM Artistry, and today we're doing a really quick beachy hair tutorial using our Milani Triple Threat 3-in-1 curling iron, which is basically just a clipless curling iron. I love this one because it comes in a set with 3 different barrels. This is the middle size, which I need to check on which size it was. I'll link it down below in the description box, but I think it's the, is it 18 or 21 millimeter, but it's the equivalent to 1-inch curling iron. If you have that, that works too. But the reason why I like the clipless is I'll show you there's a really nice beachy mermaidy kind of technique that I like to use. What you'll also need for this is your heat protecting spray, and I use 2 hairsprays to make sure I set my look and get the longest wear out of my curl. I use a working spray and then a finishing firm hold spray, and obviously a clip. And then for my little bonus trick, which is how I get my curled hair to appear like it's longer, I'm gonna need a flat iron. So I'm gonna use my GHD today. My husband actually one time thought I was wearing my extensions because I curled my hair using this trick, and he thought I put them in. I was like, no, I didn't. I just did a different way. So that was super cool. Made my hair look a lot fuller and longer too. Well, before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and give it a little thumbs up if you like it, and please go on and share this to your girlfriends that are having, some challenges, or just feel like they want to switch up the routine. It helps me a lot when you guys do that, so thank you so much for all the love and support. Anyways, enough jibber jabbing. Let's take this look 0 to 60. Let's get into it. All right, so first, obviously, we're going to let this crazy wild mane down, and I'm just gonna brush it out, make sure that there's no knots. All right, now that we're all combed out, we're going to actually section our hair. So starting at the ears, and then just take down the nape of the hair, which if you have thicker hair, you're gonna have to take smaller sections than what I do today. I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 sections. So you split it to the front, just like I showed you in the flat iron do's or don'ts video. So you can click that when it pops up if you haven't watched it yet, or watch it afterwards, but you section into 2 and it's a lot easier to work with. So when you use your clipless flat iron, there basically are, let's say, 2 ways that you can twist the hair onto the curling iron. Also, full disclaimer, if you are new to this, you definitely want to wear your glove. I've been doing this forever. I am a licensed stylist and I'm used to not using a glove. But if you're a newbie or you just aren't, just do it. Just use your glove because it's safer. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Okay, so one way is you can get that kind of ribbon curls. So I place it over my head, and if I wanted a ribbon a curl, I would kind of twist it flat. You see how it's going flat, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then you can even turn it to make sure it's closer enough to the head without burning yourself. And if you see how it's really ribbony? So that's a look. You're always going to want to let it cool before you start messing with it, but that's one look that you could do with it. But today, to get that really beachy kind of mermaidy wave, I'm actually going to be twisting it at the same time. So this is a big difference in technique. So twist it. So kind of twist it, not crazy. Some people say they can twist it before. And then what you want to do is you want to leave out about 1 inch or 2. You don't want to curl that part. And this is a part of making it look longer and more tousled and beachy. And then you can kind of slide it down and see it's different already looking. It's kind of like a weird tighter thing. But the main thing with this, and with any time you curl your hair, is don't start messing with it until it's cooled down. So you want to curl all your hair, and then you're going to start playing with it, manipulating it. All right, now that I showed you the 2 different techniques, we're going to be using the twist one, and we're actually going to make sure we use our heat protecting spray when we're going through this. I'm using the Enjoy thermal spray. If you have trouble with your hair holding a curl, this one is for you. So check it, Enjoy thermal spray. This stuff is the bee's knees. I use it on all my brides and all my, proms and formal clients because it helps their curls to last a lot longer than just a regular heat protecting spray or even just using a hairspray. So get that for yourself because it's a miracle worker. Now the only disclaimer is this is not a normal heat protecting spray. You can't just mist it, saturate it, and go. No, you want to do a really, that's just 1 pump and I feel it's already wet, and then comb it through. If you overuse this stuff, it's gonna turn into like a hairspray and be really sticky and crunchy, and you don't want that, okay? Okay, so let's keep on twisting. and then leave that little section out right there. And then pull it out. Now let's do the other side. You can spray just that whole section and then split it. And then we're doing 2 sections in that section. And this side, I'm using the same hand all the time, and then I'm going to twist outwards while twisting at the same time. Obviously, if you have thicker hair, you might need to keep the iron on longer. You just kind of have to play with it and see what amount of time you need for your hair. So you want to, when you let it go, you want to let it stay in that pattern. And once you're done curling that section that you let down, take your working spray and spray that. It's going to help it in the long run of the curls. All right, so time to drop down another section. That started at my temples and brought it all the way to the other side. What's nice about a beachy look too is this doesn't have to be super perfect and intense because you want it to look really tousled and imperfect. So here's our next section, and I split it into 2. Now this time, to show you, because I'll fast forward so it goes by a little faster, you're going to do this into 3 sections. So that one, middle and back. These 2, you're going to twist backwards, like away from your face. This one you're actually going to put forward when you curl it. And the reason why you want to do that is if you put all your curls going away from your face, it's pretty, but you're going to get that, like, you know, Juliana Rancic, like big curl all together, and they'll start moving and forming all together. If you put one alternating every once in a while, it'll help separate it and give it that, you know, tousledy look. So good to know for whichever curl pattern you do, that's what gives you that separation. Away from the face. Remember, notice how that one's going in. And repeat the same thing on the other side. All right, now I'm going to drop everything except right here, the top of the hair. All right, for this one I'm going to be taking 4 sections, and I'm going to start with the front section going away from my face, and then I'll do the second section away from my face. The third section will be towards my face, and the final section away from my face. So just adding 1 in there. To drop down the last section, wherever your hair parts is fine. So if you have a side part, work with that. You just want this part to really count. So I do it like right where my bangs kind of, well, I don't have bangs, but you know, right where the front parts fall down. Make sure this one goes away from the face, still twisting at the same time and leaving out those ends. And the top section, I don't alternate any curls, I put them all away from my face. All right, now because I want it to go up and out like that, if I were to use it like this, it would kind of twist weird. So I'm actually gonna have to use my left hand to hold it and my right one to twist it. That way they are very much the same. You can kind of get away with it on the lower panels because you can't really see the root area, but up on top, it kind of counts a little bit more. See, now they're both going up and out like that. I'm going to do this as one big section. And actually I can tease a little bit of that too to get a little extra lift if you want. Optional. And this one I just curl whichever direction you're comfortable with, but it's going to all kind of loosely gather anyways. Alright, so you're going to want to like go crazy on your hair and change it up because it looks almost Shirley Temple-y, but not too bad. But you don't want to touch it yet, so just spray it and then just let it sit. So what I usually do is I'll do this before I do my makeup because that has time to set and cool, but I'll just check back in and then we'll start tousling it up so you can see what the final result is. But don't forget, we still have one little bonus trick for you to elongate your locks. I'll be right back. Alright, so I did some stuff around the house and my hair is cooled down now, so it is time to kind of rough it up a little bit and start making it beachy. So just take your fingers and you can just start loosening it up a little bit. Oh, nice little lion's mane that I got going. You don't want to be too rough, but you want to start letting it down. You can even flip your head upside down and kind of start tousling it with your fingers. Show you what that is like, what you want to do if you flip your head upside down. So take your working spray and go ahead and flip, and you can spray it at the same time and scrunch it up. And then flip it like a mermaid, little mermaid popping out of the sea. And here we have some lion mane for you. So some soft beachy curls, kind of manipulate it to where it is that you want to go. Now before I do my stronghold spray and finish it, I'm going to do that technique to make your hair look even longer when it's curled. Get the ends of your hair. If you have layers, it looks really, really cute. I only have a couple layers, but I'll show you what that looks like. So I heated up my flat iron while I was waiting for my curls to set, and I just take the ends and I just flat iron the ends there. And this gives me like a good inch or two longer in my hair, and it also looks super cute. This is what a lot of the lobs look that you might see on Pinterest and stuff, people that have the long bobs with the curls. This is the technique that you can do to get that if you have that cute little lob or bob or whatever. No matter what length of hair, you can still adapt this technique to make it really beachy and tousled and cute. So just find their layers. I'm gonna do it even on the front section. See? I don't know, this might not be for everybody, but I like it. It's super cute, I think. Just finding whatever layers I have. Alright, so I even out my two sides. Now I'm just going to go in with my finishing stronghold spray just to kind of make sure I tighten up that curls and that they last long. You can even kind of piece it out with those little flat iron sections that you did too. Alright, so that is it for our little beachy tousled look today. I hope I was able to teach you guys a couple new tips and tricks to help you through the summer and get those beachy waves that you've been craving. So my hair still looks longer, it's fuller, and it just looks effortless. Even though it did take some effort, it actually doesn't usually take me too long. Anything that I do on tutorials obviously is going to take me longer than it normally would. Anyways, have a great day. Love you guys.